Welcome to the President's Award for Nurses 2021 Award Presentation Ceremony. I'm Valerie Tan Shimin, Senior Staff Nurse from KK Women's and Children's Hospital, and I will be your MC for today. A very good afternoon, President, Madam Halima Yaakob, Minister for Health, Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Permanent Secretary for Health, Mr. Chan Yen Kit, Director of Medical Services, Associate Professor Kenneth Mark, Chief Nursing Officer, Ms. Pauline Koh, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. This year is the 22nd year which this prestigious award is conferred to our nurses in recognition of their outstanding performance and dedication to the nursing profession. And it is also uniquely the first time the award ceremony is being held virtually due to COVID-19. On behalf of all nurses, I would like to thank Madam President for her gracious presence. The President's Award for Nurses recognizes exemplary nurses for their outstanding work performance, dedication, as well as significant contributions to nursing and the community over a sustained period of time. They are the role models who motivate and inspire their peers and younger nurses through their passion and commitment to the profession. Due to the outbreak of COVID-19 last year, we did not hold a physical ceremony for our 2020 award recipients. This year, we have warmly invited them to join in the virtual ceremony together with our 2021 award recipients. Award recipients will each receive a trophy, a certificate, and a cash award of $10,000 for professional and personal development. It is now my pleasure to invite Madam President to say a few words. Madam President, please.
Mr. Ong Ye Kung, Minister for Health, distinguished guests, our award recipients, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to join you today at a virtual award ceremony to celebrate the achievements of the recipients of the 2020 and 2021 President's Award for Nurses. It has been a significant month for nursing. Last week, 125 nurses were acknowledged through the Nurses Merit Award 2021. Today, 12 others will be conferred the pinnacle recognition of the President's Award. These celebrations are important in recognizing the remarkable contributions made by nurses and midwives to Singapore's healthcare system over the years. Nurses have always been the strong backbone of our healthcare system, providing compassionate and quality care to patients in a wide spectrum of care settings. From hospitals and polyclinics to community and residential care settings, nurses play a wide range of important roles to their patients. Apart from being a care provider, a nurse is also the care manager, coordinator, advocate, educator, and even a friend who lends advice and emotional support. These roles will continue to evolve as our healthcare system transforms to meet the changing needs of our population. The past 1.5 years have been even more challenging for the nursing profession. The COVID-19 pandemic has placed unprecedented stress on healthcare systems around the world. As frontline responders, nurses bore the brunt of the crisis. I am proud that our nurses have all responded courageously to the call of duty. You worked under tremendous pressure and often under difficult conditions, such as long hours in personal protective gear. I understand that some of you have also been subjected to harassment and abusive treatment from hospital visitors who were frustrated with the COVID-19 measures, such as stricter visitation rules or having to undergo rostered routine testing. This is really abhorrent and unacceptable, as there is absolutely no reason for anyone to vent their frustrations on our healthcare workers who are merely doing their job to ensure everyone's safety. Like other workers, our nurses are also entitled to a safe working environment. So I call upon everyone to respect and support our nurses and other healthcare workers who, despite facing a greater risk of exposure to the virus, continue stoically with their work to serve others. Despite facing many challenges, I commend our nurses for displaying strong professionalism in ensuring the safety and quality care of your patients. Many of you also went beyond your job scope and stepped forward to take on new responsibilities and work in new environments, such as the foreign worker dormitories, community isolation facilities, and community care facilities, or to train and supervise volunteers under our SG Healthcare Core initiative. Your determination and resilience have played a significant part in helping our nation manage the pandemic. In recent months, nurses have also been actively involved in our nationwide vaccination program. As Singapore prepares to live with COVID 19 as an endemic disease, nurses will continue to play a critical role in this transition and in keeping Singaporeans healthy and well. The President's Award for Nurses is an event which I look forward to every year. I used to serve on the selection panel for the award years ago, and the inspiring stories behind each nomination never failed to move me. Beyond clinical achievements, many nominees also have a big heart in serving others in their community. Take, for example, one of the 2020 award recipients, Dr. Alice Chua, who used her award's cash prize to purchase electronic communication devices for her patients to improve their quality of life. This year's award recipients are no different. Their spirit of volunteerism shines strong. For example, during the pandemic, when routine parenting care visits to maternity units were cancelled, Dr. Shefali Shore volunteered to educate more than 20,000 new parents via weekly online teaching sessions. Also in 2004, when the tsunami devastated 14 countries, Mr. Christopher So courageously volunteered as a medic with the medical relief team to Trincomalee, Sri Lanka. Even though he was newly married then, he did not hesitate to come forward as male nurses were needed for the medical mission trip. Like Dr. Ellis, Dr. Shefali, and Mr. Christopher, all of you here today have been exemplary nurses who put others before you. Your contribution to the nursing profession and the communities is highly commendable. Once again, let me congratulate all recipients of the President's Award for Nurses. I wish you and all your nursing colleagues success as you continue to serve and touch the lives of others. I also wish all your family well for supporting the nurses, for supporting your family members all this while. Happy Nurses Day in advance.
Thank you, Madam President. It is now my privilege to present to you the 5 recipients of the 2020 President's Award for Nurses. Congratulations to all of you. Allow me now to take some time to recognize and acknowledge each of your contributions to the nursing profession. In alphabetical order, first, we have Dr. Alice Chua Fung Sin, Assistant Director of Nursing and Advanced Practice Nurse, National Cancer Centre, Singapore. Alice is a dynamic oncology nursing leader who has been with the National Cancer Centre, Singapore since 1999. An advanced practice nurse, Alice goes above and beyond her duties for her patients. She noticed that her head and neck cancer patients face difficulty communicating post-surgery and used her Nursing Awards cash prize to purchase portable electronic writing communication tools for them. She also sourced for more effective and less costly communicative aids including a pneumatic speaking valve developed in Taiwan, which was later tested and approved by the Health Sciences Authority for patients' use in Singapore. Committed to training and nurturing future nurse leaders, Alice walks the talk and has helped to develop training programs for nursing and allied health professionals. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Alice Chua Fung Sin. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Alice. Our next recipient is Ms. Chin So Man, Director of Nursing, Dover Park Hospice. Soman is a well-respected nurse leader, and her career spans close to 5 decades with a diversity of roles across the acute and intermediate and long-term care sector. She developed the first clinical pathway for hip fracture and led the case management team in Tan Tock Seng Hospital in 1995 and 2000 respectively. Soman was integral in Dover Park Hospice's expansion from inpatient services to home care and daycare. She has grown and groomed the nursing team from 40 to 75 nurses in the past 9 years. She currently oversees plans to shift Dover Park Hospice to the Integrated Care Hub in 2022 as part of the national strategy to increase palliative care capacity. Soman believes in constant learning, and nursing should be a partnership across acute and intermediate and long-term care sector settings, so best practices can be shared for nurses to grow. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Chin So Man. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Soman. Next, we have Ms. Kala, daughter of Narayanasamy. She was the Deputy Director of Nursing, Woodlands Health Campus, when she received the President's Award for Nurses. She has since retired in May this year. Kala has been contributing to nursing service in Singapore since 1982. Her exemplary conduct in nursing, leadership management, and display of ethos brought her from enrolled nurse to registered nurse, and eventually specializing in orthopedics as a registered nurse. Her spirit of continuing service to the public led her to join Woodlands Health Campus from 2017 to 2021, where she was involved in building and grooming the nursing team, which included staff recruitment and training, campus planning, equipment review and purchases, and nursing role redesign, amongst many other go-live preparation work. During the COVID-19 outbreak, Kala was unfazed and immediately set to work to institute clear workflows and standard operating procedures so as to swiftly convert wards to take on COVID-19 patients. A firm believer of nurturing future-ready nurses, Kala envisions an enhanced role for nurses, particularly through the use of technology in meeting future healthcare demand. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kala, daughter of Narayanasamy. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Kala. Our next recipient is Ms. Patricia Yong Yue Lee, Deputy Director of Nursing, Singapore General Hospital. As the ICU Committee Co-Chairperson, Patricia plans and executes ICU expansion while maintaining the quality and safety of intensive care in SGH. Patricia rotated nurses quarterly from the intermediate care area and high dependency units to ICUs and between various ICUs before the COVID-19 pandemic to cross-train ICU nurses. This strategy proved useful when planning for COVID-19 surge, as competent ICU nurses were upskilled to nurse any critically ill ICU patients in isolation. One of Patricia's key contributions was the implementation of a new Code Blue system involving a multidisciplinary team for a more rapid and effective resuscitation effort. ICU nurses were sent for courses to build capabilities as resuscitation trainers as part of the initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Patricia Yong Yue Lee. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Patricia. Finally, for 2020, we also have Ms. Tae Ee Kian, Assistant Director of Nursing and Advanced Practice Nurse, Regional Health System Office, NUHS. Yi Kian's specialization in gerontology nursing is the hallmark of her nursing career. Her key contributions include the development of geriatric nursing in Singapore, mentoring nurses on elder care provision, and developing community nursing at NUHS. At a national level, Yi Kian has also made valuable contributions to various MOH nursing committees, such as the Steering Committee for MOH National Nursing Task Force on Advanced Nursing Practice Development and the Community Nursing Competency Framework Development Workgroup. These committees had reviewed and aligned various professional issues nationwide. With a focus to bring healthcare services beyond the hospital to the community, Yi Kian continues to lead and guide her team of nurses and allied health professionals to develop community nursing in the western region of Singapore. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Tay Yi Kian. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Yi Kian. Now, for a group photo for our 2020 award recipients. Congratulations to all of you. Now, it is my privilege to present the recipients of the 2021 President's Award for Nurses. In alphabetical order, our first recipient is Ms. Christina Lim Po Ing, Chief Nurse, Sengkang General Hospital. As Chief Nurse at Sengkang General Hospital, Christina has been a major contributor to the establishment of SKH. Her adaptability and leadership were also evident in managing the COVID-19 situation despite being a new hospital. Her contribution to the meticulous planning of the SKH facility was greatly felt when COVID-19 hit, and SKH was able to scale up operations with relatively few modifications. Her ability to work on the ground and to rally her team has resulted in a confident and resilient nursing workforce at SKH. Christina is a strong proponent of quality improvement and strives to raise the bar in patient care. At SKH, she ensured that almost every workflow and process is combed through to ensure that these are sensible, safe, cost, and time-effective. Christina aspires for all nurses to explore redesigning their care to improve outcomes, drive value, and enhance the patient's individual experience. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Christina Lim Po Ing. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Christina. Our next recipient is Mr. Christopher So Kok King, Assistant Director of Nursing, Tan Tock Seng Hospital. Christopher has built his career over 20 years at TTSH Emergency Department. He has defined what excellent nursing is about in both daily operations and in crisis response. His critical contributions are evident in the areas of emergency preparedness and infectious diseases outbreak management such as SARS, Ebola, Zika, H1N1, H7N9, MERS-CoV, and COVID-19. When plans and mettle were put to test with the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, his ability to stay calm and swiftly lead the team to achieve commendable outcomes has gained the respect of all who work with him. Outside of disaster response management, Christopher has also mentored generations of ED nurses and inspired them to excel in various aspects of nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Christopher So Kok King. He will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Christopher. Our next recipient is Dr. Huang Fang, Assistant Director of Nursing and Advanced Practice Nurse, KK Women's and Children's Hospital. To the nurses, she is affable and passionate. To her patients, she is dependable and trustworthy. An advanced practice nurse since 2009, Huang Fang has been a gynae oncology nurse for 24 years. Her love for mentoring and learning has led her to a doctorate in nursing practice in 2015. When off duty, she remains connected with her patients and their families and has been recognized for several SingHealth Awards. A strong advocate for proactive and holistic care, she has helped to improve patient outcomes and inspired nurses to pursue an oncology specialization. Her daughter is also in healthcare practice. Outside KKH, Huang Fang is prolific in research, publications, and speaking engagements. A certified Chinese physician, she often volunteers at TCM clinics for those in need. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Huang Fang. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Huang Fang. Next, we have Ms. Catherine Leong Xiaoping, Assistant Director of Nursing and Advanced Practice Nurse, National University Hospital. Catherine is Singapore's first pediatric advanced practice nurse working in oncology. She contributed in expanding the role of pediatric APNs, and her passion in pediatric oncology is also seen on the education front. She co-trained more than 100 nurses and developed structured job rotations in pediatric wards. Catherine also co-authored a family education booklet on children undergoing chemotherapy, which has become a playbook to parents in the everyday care for their child. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Catherine was the nursing lead at the Tuas South Community Care Facility. She was one of the winners of the 2020 Her World Women of the Year Award. Her trademark, can-do, hands-up attitude is what makes her a phenomenal leader with great compassion and exemplary competence. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Catherine Leong Xiaoping. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Catherine. Next, we have Ms. Lim Woon Hui, Chief Nurse, National Healthcare Group Polyclinics. Woon Hui joined the National Healthcare Group Polyclinics nursing team in 2007. As the current Chief Nurse, she plays a key role in the planning and development of nursing services at NHGP. Her breadth of knowledge and experience shone through during the sudden COVID-19 outbreak last year. Being roped into the setup of medical posts at dormitories, she not only managed the nursing support team, but also undertook the massive task of planning logistics and on-ground clinical processes. At the clinics, to help reduce risk of infection transmission, she led the development of tele-direct observed therapy services at NHGP, the first in public primary care. She also contributed significantly to the recent successful implementation of the electronic medical record system at NHGP. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Lim Woon Hui. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Woon Hui. Our next recipient is Ms. Margaret Lee Kui Hiang, Chief Nurse, Alexandra Hospital. As Chief Nurse, Margaret has transformed nursing practice at Alexandra Hospital. AH nurses now lead the care of a large subset of patients in all wards instead of doctors. Efforts in pioneering equity-based staffing and the development of hospital-to-home nursing practice allow AH nurses to be more patient-centered and manpower efficient. Beyond AH, Margaret is a leader and a change agent in NUHS, driving efforts to promote resilience and well-being among nurses, as well as advocating for patients and their families. Margaret nurtures and empowers her team in decision-making and encourages learning and experimenting for their professional growth. She aspires for nurses to cherish the privilege of their calling and hopes to see nursing develop as a resilient and unifying global community. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Margaret Lee Kui Hiang. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Margaret. Finally, our 7th recipient for the 2021 President's Award for Nurses is Dr. Shifali Shori, Assistant Professor, NUS Alice Lee Center for Nursing Studies. Champion of perinatal health for women and children in Singapore. Prolific and internationally recognized parenting and nursing education researcher. Consummate and award-winning educator. COVID-19 fighter. These are just some of the roles Dr. Shefali Shourie holds in her professional capacity as assistant professor at NUS. Internationally, Dr. Shefali's research is published in over 100 top-tiered peer-reviewed journals. And locally, she has led multidisciplinary teams to develop technology-based educational programs to support new parents. As an educator, she's committed to advancing nursing education using evidence-based pedagogies. She contributed to pandemic response by rolling out a program to train nurses in vaccine administration. Her personal motto is, never stop learning, aspiring to do her best each day to make a change that matters. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shefali Shourie. She will now take a photo with Madam President and our distinguished guests on screen. Thank you, Shefali. Now, for a group photo of our 2021 award recipients. Congratulations to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the award recipients of the 2020 and 2021 President's Award for Nurses. Congratulations to you all. We will now take a group photo for everyone. Thank you, everyone. Before we draw the ceremony to a close, let us enjoy a song personally written and performed by Assistant Nurse Clinician Tan Jian Hao from Changi General Hospital. His song entitled Whenever You Call reflects upon how nurses deliver care for their patients, reminds nurses of the hope we are holding on to, the love we have for one another, and the support and spirit of perseverance that we need to have to press on as one. Ladies and gentlemen, Tan Jian Hao.
You may feel lonely inside, but you feel me around here. Please be at ease, I'm living in your heart. You may feel no one to talk to, but I'm here to hear your cries. Just cry yourself out, I'll take your tears away. Lean on my shoulders, go on, take a nap. Cast your worries onto me, this is my promise. I will never leave you, I'll be right next to you. Though you may feel lonely, think of me and smile. When you're feeling down, just look up upon me. I'm still here whenever you go. Whenever you go, you may lose all your hopes, just cling on your faith. There will be a light that shines into the world. When you not feel love anymore, do not give up hope. Someone will be there to let you cry your hearts out. Lean on my shoulders, go on, take a nap. Cast your worries onto me, this is my promise. I will never leave you, I'll be right next to you. Though you may feel lonely, think of me and smile. When you're feeling down, just look up upon me. I'm still here whenever you call. I will never leave you, I'll be right next to you. Though you may feel lonely, think of me and smile. When you're feeling down, just look up upon me. I'm still here whenever you call. Whenever you call. Whenever you call.
That was a beautiful song and heartwarming tribute to nurses. Thank you, Jian Hao, for writing this song and singing it as an encouragement to all of us nurses. We have now come to the end of the President's Award for Nurses award ceremony. Thank you, Madam President, Minister Ong, and our distinguished guests for gracing the ceremony. A big thank you also to all of you who are tuning in from wherever you are to view this year's award ceremony. May you have a great day ahead. Bye!